Hey guys, Coach Mitch here. Today we're going to talk about the 5 points I'm going to show you how to get through the US Marshals Interview. The first thing is this: you have to understand and show them that you understand the mission, not the badge, the mission, right? Most people get up there, most of my clients in the US Marshals coaching program that I have, they tell me about, the job from a law enforcement stance. It's not law enforcement in general. It's very specific. I teach you this. But anyway, let's get right down to it. They have a very specific mission. So what is it? Fugitive apprehension. We know that already. It's a big deal. Judicial security, another heavy hitting. Prisoner transport. Those are the top 3 things you want to be able to talk about, because if you don't speak about their mission, you don't talk about what they do, they have no interest in you, because you're going to sound like every other applicant out there. I teach you how not to sound like every other applicant, because most of those guys are going into general law enforcement type jobs and blah, 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 and they don't want to hear that. They want to know what you are going to be able to do for the U.S. Marshals Service, and do you understand the mission? Number 2 is this, okay? Stop the rambling. Rambling comes because you didn't practice, or you're not ready, or you're getting shocked by the questions they give you. You should not be getting shocked by the questions they give you if you have been preparing, right? Repetition. This is a key to my coaching program. I show you how to do that. I show you how to get to a point where we are talking with clarity. We are being decisive. We are showing control, right? What does rambling show me? When you're in my coaching program, I understand really quickly uncertainty and lack of confidence. Which happens, it should happen in my coaching program, but not in the actual. Through time, we get to the point where we answer the question and we don't do a lot of the blah, blah, blah. We answer the question in firmness and in confidence. We don't do the rambling stuff. I'll show you how to cut it off, get the answer out, have confidence in the answer. Even if they ask you, well, do you have more to say to the answer? No, you don't, because your answer is going to be confident, of course, right? Number 3 is huge. You want to demonstrate controlled aggression. Yeah, exactly right. With your professional presence. See, this is a very unique status for marshals, right? Controlled aggression, because they're looking for people who act decisively, can handle high-risk situations, and stay controlled under pressure. You don't see the marshals in the news very much doing dumb things, because they are very specific who they hire, right? You turn on YouTube, it's hard to find these guys doing weird things, because they are very much a controlled type environment type people, right? They understand where they are. They're not loud. They're not aggressive. They're controlled. They're firm, confident, and composed. I show you how to present this. I show you how to give off this aura during your interview. And what happens, is it a fake aura? No, it's a real aura. So that's important. Number 4 is this: we're going to show you how to use real experience, not hypotheticals. Don't go there to the interview thinking you're going to give out hypotheticals. They'll be like, oh, yeah, great hypothetical. No, we're going to use really good experience from your background. Here's a weak way to say it. Well, thank you. I would do. No, you're not going to say I would do. That sounds like a civilian. No, you're going to say I did, right? I did this. I did that. I did this. Those are words you speak in the affirmative. I would, I could, I should, probably, maybe. No, don't bring that. I'm hard about this because I know they are looking for the best of the best. They're not going to settle. There's no such thing as a surge in U.S. Marshals. They're hiring more, yes, but they don't surge, right? They're looking for quality, and they're not going to rush through anybody they don't feel they're qualified, right? So if you don't have law enforcement experience, right, and I'm asking for a real world experience in your life that shows some kind of, say, self-control, shows how you act in stressful situations, you don't need a law enforcement background to answer these kind of questions, right? What you do need is to show decision-making, which I'll show you how to do, accountability, which I show you how to do, how to handle work under pressure, which again, I'll show you how to do these things. You don't need to have this law enforcement background. I keep telling people that, you guys, you can do this. You know, over 38% of US Marshals are zero law enforcement, right? Zero law enforcement. They get into there because they want to do it, right? Another thing about US Marshals is that they are a team type playing event. It's not a me, I solo, I did this, I do that. They don't work solo. They work in task forces. They work in operations that are coordinated. They work in multi-agency environments. They want to know from these questions they're going to ask you, can you follow direction? That's a big one in my coaching program. I always want to know, can you follow directions, right? Can you communicate, right? And when I say communicate, it doesn't mean if you have ESL, it's not what I mean. When I say communicate, can you clearly dictate what the mission is from start to finish so I can follow along and say, okay, I get that, right? Can you support the mission as part of the unit? As part of the unit, not the whole unit, not by yourself, not so John Rambo type crap where you're a lone wolf. There are no lone wolves in the US Marshals. It doesn't exist, right? So you guys, standing out in the US Marshals interview is not about saying more. It's about saying the right things clearly with the mission clearly in focus and knowing how to align your answers with their mission. This is what I teach you. If you're interested in going for the US Marshals and the interview is really making you worried and scared, which it should because they have a 64% fail rate, yeah, only 34% pass the interview process. My pass rate is 90.4%. That's what we bring to the table, 90.4%. If you're truly interested in going for the US Marshals and passing the interview, I can show you how to do it. Not a guarantee, but 90.4%, not bad. You guys, if you're interested, get into my coaching program below, get into my calendar, I'll show you how it's done. We can do this, right? Why not become a US Marshal? It's an awesome career, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.